Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a GW E100. It's the Tier 10 German SPG. It's located on the assault team on Siegfried Line Assault, and it's under the command of Wazwulf. Now this Arty has a 21cm gun. It's only one gun that it actually carries. It's capable of doing 1100 alpha, and it penetrates 53mm of armor with a burst radius of 12 meters, and that can be increased to 13 meters or 13.2 if you use the premium rounds, and he's carrying 4 of them. Based on the E100 hull, this is basically guesswork on Wargaming's part. They never actually built an Arty on an E100 hull. In fact, I don't think they ever even thought about getting around to it, but I suppose they thought, well, the Germans did build Artys on just about every hull that they had, so they probably would have eventually got around to building an Arty on an E100. First round's out, and that landed very close to where the Progetto 65 was seen. We've just seen the tree knocked down as well, so it looks like the Progetto has knocked down that tree afterwards, and he's probably badly damaged and stunned. It landed right next to where the Progetto was last seen. Okay, a Scorpion G's been seen. 32 seconds is the reload time. 31.99, that's near as damn it, 32. He's lining up a shot on the Object 257. Rounds out. Goes right. Well, it goes left actually, sorry, to the left of the 257. Right on the edge of the reticule. That's what I meant to say, right on the edge of the reticule. Now, just recently, we've had Klaus Kellerman doing all his Arty missions on his European account. And, well, he's going through them one by one, and he's noticing that a large number of Arty shells tend to land on the outside edge of the reticule whenever you fire them. Now Wazwulf decided not to shoot there because although he can see that tree go down and he's aimed at that spot, he can see trees going down elsewhere, and that's probably other vehicles, but there's no clear vehicle to shoot at. And he wants to have a clear target to shoot at. There's the Progetto, and he is missing hit points, so it looks like he did strike him the first time. Again, our teammates are not exactly being very forthcoming on information about the enemy. They're not pushing inland. If this carries on like this, they might not win this game. They've only got 10 minutes and they've already used up 2.5 of those already. And the way things are looking now, it could be that they're going to lose this game because they just didn't push hard enough right at the start. They should have been inside the enemy zone by now.
That was close.
91 hit points of splash on the Leopard prototype. Yep, this is not looking good. In fact, it's looking decidedly bad because they've already lost 2 of the attackers and the enemy's only lost 1. Okay, he's loaded. Oh, he's got a red line there. That castle towers are very, very difficult to fire over. Going for the AMX 5120. Rounds out. Long flight time. He dodged it mostly for only 134 hit points. Our Progetto's trying to get in to get some shots on that guy. Unfortunately, he's going to find that if he does do what he's doing, the Leopard prototype's going to shoot him in the back. So I think he's going to deal with the Leopard prototype first, then deal with the AMX 5120. Unfortunately, the AMX has spotted that, and he's now firing at the Progetto. We're about to shoot at the AMX 5120. Rounds out straight away. Long flight time, but a direct hit. And there goes the AMX 5120. But I think our Progetto lost a lot of hit points out of that one, because that 120 managed to get at least 3 rounds into him before he was killed. Okay, Scorpion G moved up there. It's a little better now. Score of 4-3. We're 1 tank ahead of the enemy, but they still have most of the attackers in the south just haven't moved in. It's only the guys who've actually gone into the town who've actually gone in. That E4 is taking a shattering amount of fire. And a nice hit there for 496 on the E4. But that guy's in the north, and the guys in the south just aren't moving inland. Or rather into enemy territory. And we've just lost the T-44 to that Progetto. If they pushed in earlier, that Progetto would have been gone by now. But it's going to be Wazwulf who has to take the guy out. Rounds out. Kills him. Okay, there's another enemy tank directly behind that Progetto, but that was the guy who was the main problem. The IS-7 tried to kill our E-75 but failed, but he'd probably get him on the next shot. Oh, the IS-7 goes. The Progetto, who's badly wounded, still gets the kill. And now he's playing or dicing with the Scorpion G, who manages to get him on this occasion, but the Scorpion G goes down to the Striv. Whew. And now it's 8-all. But we're still having problems down in the south. Our guys haven't moved inland enough. I say inland, but obviously into the city is what I mean. The IS-7's going to get shot in the rear by that T-44. He pops around the corner. Oh! T-44 took a hell of a hit, but only because the IS-7 expected him to do what he was going to do. He's now looking towards the ST-1. The T-44 dies. We can get a shot in to help the IS-7. That would certainly help, but almost ready. Here we go. Rounds out. Big hit. 336 hit points from that shot. It's forced the ST-1 to pull back while he's still stunned, because his reload time will be through the roof. Meanwhile, in the town we've got a T-28 prototype who just killed our E-75, who was low on hit points. We're now one tank behind again, and they still haven't moved in. Down in the south, the IS-32 is being held up by an SE-130PM and a T-34-2, and we're looking at the T-34. It's looking increasingly like they're going to they're going to lose this, because they've only got 2 minutes 37 seconds left.
That was close.
And it appears from my point of view that Wazwulf is the only one who seems to be hitting as many of the enemy as he can to try and help them win. But the other members of the team are just not helping themselves. If they push forward faster, they could have overcome a lot of the enemy. It would have cost them a few tanks, but they would have overwhelmed the other ones. Okay, can see the T-34-2 in sight. And we've just lost a Wizzy 132A now. Oh dear, it's looking like, yep, that's the 2-minute warning. He's trying to dial in on that T-34-2, and we know the SU-130PM is somewhere nearby. He hit someone. Someone was on that corner, and I think it might be the T-34-2. That T-28's going to die. Yep, Striv got him. So we've got 2 Strivs in the town. A Striv 103B, the tier 10 one, and a Striv S1, the tier 8 premium. The IS-32 is now moving directly to the city. He's ignoring the SU-130PM, the UDEVs, and the T-34-2. It's almost like they're trying to find out where the enemy... Oh, the UDEVs! They've caught them by the ass! And the Striv 103B pumps around into his rear. Oh, it wasn't his rear, actually. It was his front, not his ass. And unfortunately, Wazwulf has got somebody coming straight towards him, the T-34-2. And the last minute hooter has gone off. He fires around him, but it's not close enough. And that T-34-2 is determined to get Wazwulf. I'm surprised he's not moving even closer to get the kill. Well, there's one shot in. one more like that, he might be... oh, he managed to... he wangled it enough so that the guy missed. And he's almost reloaded. He's going to auto aim. Yes! What a shot! Leaves only one enemy left and they found him. 15 seconds left on the clock. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Will they do it? They're capping out as much as they can. But can they kill the last enemy to win the game? They did it! The last second of the game. Oh my god, that one was close. That was amazing. They not only killed, they capped out as well, but only just, well, it got to the 0-0, but the clock ran out before it said capture. So I suspect that even if they had stayed all three in the cap, it wouldn't, well, if they had three in the cap, it probably would, they wouldn't have been able to kill that last enemy. And they would have capped out, but the enemy might have come around the corner and got a reset on one of them. But by doing what they did and one of them leaving the cap and going after that last enemy, they ensured that they got it. We didn't see what was going on with the UDES and of course the SE130PM simply because we were watching Wazwulf trying to defend his life from that T-34-2. But wow, what an ending to that game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, second class tanker for Wazwulf in the GW E100. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12. He got a Confederate hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And he also got a Stark's medal because not only did he kill at least 2 enemy tanks, but he took 2 shots, lost potentially 2/3 of his hit points, and managed to survive to the battle. And well, thankfully for him, it was a win as well. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see that the highest damage in the game was actually done by the Striv 103B with 6,770 hit points, and Wazwulf was second with 4,095. The 103B managed to pick up a high caliber, a top gun and a tanker sniper out of that game, as well as a Radley Waters for 9 kills. Yes, he was the one instrumental for the win, thankfully. A reasonably good player getting reasonably good Arty support. As you can see, they did over 10,000 hit points of damage between these two. When it came to the next high score on kills, it was actually, funnily enough, Wazwulf. Oh no, sorry, the ST1 got 3 kills. Then it's Wazwulf with the IS-32, the Progetto M65, and 2 members of the enemy team, their Progetto 65 and also their T28 prototype. When it came to base XP, it was the 103B. He managed to get 1,282, the only player over 1,000. 756 for Wazwulf, 752 for the IS-32. And thank goodness that 2 of the players in that game actually had the presence of mind to cap right at the end to ensure that they got the victory. I didn't see who actually got the kill, but I suspect it was Nikolai, the guy who got the Radleys. He left the cap to go after the enemy Arty, and that's what guaranteed the victory in the end by killing all the enemy tanks. If he'd stayed in the cap, I don't know if they would have actually succeeded, because the enemy Arty might have come around the corner and shotgunned them all and got a reset. And of course then he would have won the game, and potentially with a Kolobanov. Was it Kolobanov? No, it wouldn't have been a Kolobanov, but it would have been very interesting all the same. So, yeah, great end to that game. Let's have a look at detail report. 13 shots fired, 6 direct hits, 1 penetration, 11 splash. Damage of 4,095 hit points, of which 3,197 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see the close shot from the T-34-2 was actually within 300 meters. 2 hits received, 1 was a penetration, 1 non-penetration. When he wangled at the end, just changing his angle all the time, he was actually throwing that guy off, and luckily, because it's an E100 hull, it's actually quite strong, and so by angling himself, he actually made that guy manage to miss the shot, and he hit the tracks, and of course that kept him alive. 250 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 401 hit points of stun assist off 10 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 40,807 credits from the game and 50,000 credits from personal mission payout, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away a profit of 70,103 credits. He got 756 XP, times 2 for the first victory, and took away 2,268 experience points altogether. So that was a bit of a heart in your mouth last moment for Wazwulf. I honestly thought that T-34-2 was going to kill him, but it appears from the way that the T-34 was moving, he was too worried that Wazwulf was going to fire one back at him. And in fact, that's exactly what did happen. And as a consequence, Wazwulf ended the game alive, but he also picked up that Stark's medal. And of course, thanks to his teammates, he ended up with a victory as well. So, wow. If only they pushed in the south a bit sooner, then this would have been over with much less worry at the end, but it made it quite spectacular at the end as well. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thanks for watching.